The Minnesota Vikings have officially signed one of their young studs to a long-term contract situation. This take is presented by Hoagland Farm. Contact Hoagland Farm at 952-491-1541 and get the best rotationally grazed 100% grass-fed beef, sirloin steak, T-bone steak, high-quality beef, chuck roast, and more. You get all those things by contacting Hoagland Farm and ordering a quarter, a half, or a custom-sized beef order. And get 20% off by mentioning the Minnesota Tim podcast, 952-491-1541, and mention the Minnesota Tim podcast. So, Christian Darrisaw has officially signed a 4-year deal worth up to $113 million in new money, including $77 million guaranteed.
With no regard for human life.
Darrisaw had 2 years left on his rookie contract, and this adds an additional 4 years to that rookie contract. So this deal doesn't kick in for another 2 years. We still have him on his rookie contract. So Darrisaw is with the Minnesota Vikings until the 2029 season. After this adds 4 years to that 2-year deal. Now, the biggest question that needs to be answered is, did the Minnesota Vikings overpay to keep Christian Darrisaw around? Because my first reaction, in all honesty, is holy piss balls. That is a lot of money. $77 million guaranteed. I think the highest offensive lineman in the NFL gets $87 million guaranteed. And like, wow, is Christian Darrisaw worth that much money? He's never made an all-pro team. He's never been to the Pro Bowl. Is he worth that? And I'm looking at the statistics here. He's played 3 NFL seasons. He came into the NFL at 22. He's 25 years old right now. His rookie season, he played 12 games. His second season, he played 14 games. And last year, he played 15 games. All very respectable numbers. Now, the biggest statistic that I think that Christian Darrisaw brings to the table is his fumble recoveries. His rookie season, he had 3 fumble recoveries.
Huh?
I'm just kidding. I just noticed that on Football Reference. So anyways, the guy's reliable. He's on the field quite consistently. And I looked at this number, and I thought this was interesting. It says, Darrisaw has posted offensive grades of 82 or better in each of his past 2 seasons, allowing a total of 11 sacks combined between the 2022 and 2023 season, while finishing with a blocking efficiency percentages of 97 or better. So blocking efficiency percentage of 97 or better is really great, considering, that you need good offensive linemen to block. I mean, that's their job. But 11 sacks combined between 2022 and 2023. In 2023, he gave up 6 sacks. I don't know about you, but that seems like a lot. And maybe it's not, because he ranks tied for 15th in that category in 2023. And penalties, he had 7. He ranks tied for 26th. And I guess when you consider that there are 32 NFL teams and he ranks near the bottom in penalties, 7, and he's right in the middle, 6 in sacks allowed, those numbers need to improve as he continues to mature and get better as a pass blocker. Now, everyone knows that he has elite blocking ability. People post highlights of his on Twitter showing him just power blocking guys, blowing defensive ends over and doing his job. But those numbers need to get better if he wants to earn the money that he just got. Now, you can look at this a few different ways. The Minnesota Vikings paid him before he got too expensive. Meaning, if he goes out there this next season and plays the best left tackle out of anybody in the NFL, well, his price is just going to go up as the salary cap goes up. So, wise decision by Kwesi to pay him now, which was a mistake they made with Justin Jefferson that they learned from. They almost got the deal done before last season started, but they didn't. And what that meant is JJ's contract just went up after that, even though he had a hamstring injury, because the salary cap went up. And Kirk Cousins left, which meant there was more money to give Justin Jefferson. So that's one way to look at it. Great move to do it now. Another way to look at it is the Minnesota Vikings can afford these pieces around the quarterback position because the Minnesota Vikings aren't paying their quarterback $40 million per season in guaranteed money. So, because Kirk Cousins isn't on the Minnesota Vikings anymore, and because J.J. McCarthy is on a rookie contract, this is the time where the Minnesota Vikings can fill in the pieces around J.J. McCarthy and create a perfect situation for a rookie quarterback. And this is why everyone before the NFL draft, every single quarterback in the draft, and Brad Johnson, who joined my show the other day, said there is no better quarterback situation to land in than the Minnesota Vikings because they have the salary cap. They have the best wide receiver in the league. They have a great left tackle in the NFL that needs to improve in certain areas. But because the Minnesota Vikings let Kirk Cousins go, they can afford to put the best pieces in the NFL around their rookie quarterback and create a comfy, cozy environment. So did the Minnesota Vikings overpay for Christian Darrisaw? I don't think so, because he's just going to get more expensive next year. And the Minnesota Vikings got the deal done before there was any difficulty with negotiations, before there was any drama with his contract not getting done. Whatever the Minnesota Vikings are doing or drinking or having this offseason with signing guys and, doing it quietly without this big uproar like the 49ers have with Brandon Ayuk has been incredible. And it's been awesome because the last thing you want to do is have a guy hold out. Even if he does sign a contract, the holdout is still an annoying distraction. And I think the word distraction is overused and overrated, but it's still an annoying distraction. The player is still disgruntled, and it could throw the team off for the course of the season. And there were no distractions with Justin Jefferson and no distractions with Christian Darrisaw, two of the best players on the Minnesota Vikings roster. So credit to the Minnesota Vikings organization for doing that. All right, everyone, thank you for watching this episode. Hit that subscribe button right there. And remember to contact Hokeland Farm at 952-491-1541 and get the best rotationally grazed 100% grass-fed beef by mentioning the Minnesota Tim Podcast. Get 20% off your first order.